So, welcome everybody to eXtv's presentation of UGC Platinum Highlander Grand Finals of North America Electric Temptations versus MTS. Here on map 1, we are on Gullywash. I am Kip here with Sigafoo, and we'll get you to the action already. It is ET in blue and MTS in red, and just a lot of stickies coming out. Alpha, the first one to go down, so no demo right now for MTS. And they are going to play a little bit more passively because of that. Already some time on the point going to ET, and only 2 up right now for MTS. What happens here, Phil?
A lot of deaths, but here's a spy on the medic just really quickly in this lobby area. Harblue just getting blown around. He's going to go down as well. And what happened? Alpha went down right away. Marissa went down right away. You know, those are kind of 2 big classes on Gullywash mid, and just kind of everything went from there. 404 coming up with the 100% Uber advantage here, as we should be seeing a push just right away into last. No reason to really wait around with it.
And we do is actually going to be Decimate who gets most of this Uber, who hops in there, and Scout trying to just pressure everybody back into spawn, trying to get the Sniper as well, but it's just Satan on the point. He could reflect as long as he wants, but he does go down to some stickies from Alpha right there. And it looks like MTS is going to hold on here for the time being. 4-4 didn't go down though, so that's important to note, so Med's still up and healing 38 special.
Actually, I don't know where 404 is right now. He's disconnected. Maybe he ran all the way back to spawn. 38 special actually is caught out in the second, and he's going to go down. MTS doing a great job of just re-pushing back out onto the point right away, not wasting any time. And what should have really been a round loss, they're now re-stabilizing and have a 50% Uber advantage that they can use to re-push onto the middle point.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right. 4-4 fell back to spawn right there, and just he's losing a lot of healing time. So yeah, they're 60% Uber disadvantage right now. And we'll see if ET can recover from this. Here comes the red Uber. It is going to be Squid getting some of that Uber, trying to push the combo back for ET. MTS's Pyro also getting in there. That's catchy. She's going to fall back though, and no real heals. No real kills, and now they're coming down. FaZe did go down to a headshot. And it looks like MTS is going to be able to take this. Even though they didn't get too many kills, but it's just basically ET biding their time because they have this 100% Uber now, right?
Yeah, 404 got put down to 50 HP. They basically popped the Uber on Squid, the Scout. He just WM1 straight into the medic, tried to do as much damage as he could, knowing that 404 did not have Uber, wasn't going to have Uber in that time. And actually, just as I'm saying this, here's the Uber out of 404, coming, re-pushing back on the point. Sticky Trap actually disconnects him, 38 special, and 38 special goes down. Down goes Decimate. Uber's coming in here, but 404 is caught out. Is he going to be able to get away? He's down, he gets taken out. And this is not looking good for ET, as they're just getting wiped, and MTS actually has a back cap going on as well.
Holy moly, HNG is the only one left alive for ET. Now they are getting some respawns. HNG is on the second point right here. It's going to be a spy versus spy battle until Soldier comes in here and ruins it all. So yeah, MTS is going to be able to capture that second point, and what a pendulum shift of emotions right now for MTS.
Yeah, and actually what happened is, I should say, I didn't see exactly what happened, but Harblue with 95% got taken out on that transition from mid to second. So here we got MTS resetting. They're at about a 10-15% disadvantage, which unless ET really builds, but Satan peeking that door, getting taken out there needlessly. Yeah, so I mean, ET's probably not going to push off this. We're going to kind of see like MTS go first, and it'll be kind of interesting to see how ET kind of handles himself kind of holding forward here.
Right, and for those of you not familiar with 5CP and Highlander, we will be just playing 1 half, so that's going to be either 30 minutes or if somebody scores 4 round wins. So we'll see how that goes, as just hanging out, waiting here, already about 5 minutes in. I did see Mercer take out FaZe right there on last with a headshot, so he's out of the picture, as Harblue just now getting that Uber.
Yeah, and actually, ET, had no presence in that upper area and basically let MTS walk in completely for free. They flanked the medic, and they actually forced them out of lobby. I mean, the reason that ET is holding forward is that it creates the Uber has to be popped just to enter into lobby, and then, you know, the Uber doesn't allow it, like, it's going to go out by the time it gets on the point. Well, because ET was not holding in that up area at all, MTS basically came through, forced them out of lobby, and now they're sitting with even Ubers. And MTS can take all the time they want, like just try to wait for a pick, wait for something to happen, or they can do an even push and just trade Ubers and go from there. But actually, just to say that Alpha gets taken out by FaZe.
Yeah, it's also a few key picks right there. Remedy went down on Soldier. to a backstab from HNG, and then a nice snipe takes out the Demo Man, so MTS gonna bide their time a little bit longer, which is always dangerous.
Yeah, MTS, I mean, the way they played this map last season against 20B was just kind of like, you know, I kind of like to, just really slow pace. They kind of want to draw it out. But actually, here comes the Soldier in on the medic, getting one rocket, pops him up the air. 4-4 actually does get forced, scared, might have been able to hold on to it. But here they come in, this Uber's not going to get too much. They get Marissa and Spamfest down. But Harblu is going to stay alive, and this is going to give a huge advantage for Harblu to re-push in with.
They're gonna have to wait for some player respawns though, as there's only 4 up right now, and they're all Akuma and Sniper right there. We'll see, as they are still holding upstairs, it looks like Harblu is gonna stay alive. There's really no more pressure on Harblu. Now we do have a Soldier coming out, that is Ricky coming out to second to try to push them there, and actually getting some cap time there. He is gonna probably get taken down because there's a spun up heavy and also a bullet in his brain, courtesy of Marissa. We do have MTS pushing last right here. That's going to be it.
Yeah, I think why all ET was trying to get a little bit too cute getting out there, MTS just went behind with an Uber charge, straight in, aggressive MTS style, and wow. I mean, just think that
MTS
they
was doing what
that.
I was...
Yeah, sorry.
They were just doing what I was doing, which following the second point. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, MTS should have lost that. We'll see how this mid-fight goes, and if MTS is going to continue with this severe shift of momentum that they managed to procure.
And right away, 38 Special being taken out. Headshot. Actually, Soldier on the medic. Harblu down to 16 HP does get taken out. And it's only 3 alive. 4-4 down to 14 HP trying to get away. And he gets taken out as well. 3v2 right now. So this actually was looking into MTS's favor. And then everybody just died. And MTS should get the point capped off this. But only 2 alive. And respawns coming in for each side.
Yeah, it was basically just Remedy alone at mid, wondering where everybody went. But yeah, a lot of deaths going out there. MTS going to keep the most alive, take mid for the first time. So this could, this again could be a huge mid fight that kind of keeps the momentum going in their favor. But we'll have to see what they do with their Uber advantage, which is going to be about 30%.
Yeah, actually, big mistake out of 404 there, or out of ET in general, is that 404 did not heal for about 5 seconds or so. So what should have been maybe a 10-second advantage, which is like nothing, turned into about a 20 to 30%, which is something you can push off of if you go off of right away. And you know, that's what MTS likes to do. So, and also kind of an interesting holding style out of ET, where they're kind of just like they're just kind of all holding around each other, as Remedy is trying to peek this door, and it looks like we got our first pause of the match.
Oh boy.
But yeah, so here we come in. Harblu is, I can talk about the situation right now. Harblu is at 92%, and they're pretty aggressively peeking choke. They probably know that they do have an advantage. I don't know if it's been called to them, but they probably do want to go off of this right away. And you can see that Skyrolla, the Heavy, and Alpha, the Demo Man, are just right there at choke, ready to go through, but 38 Special has rotated to place down some stickies. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that happens. And then also the health for MTS is pretty low. I don't know. What are you seeing in this moment yourself of jiggling feet?
I'm just hearing a lot of heavy spam, which is always fun. We do have Ricky up top at choke watching that exit, which could be interesting, as Harblu with about 92% is, like you said, peaking pretty aggressively right here with his Demo and Heavy. Also want to take a real quick second to, while we have this moment, to remember or remind everyone that UGC is giving away some prizes tonight to you lucky viewers of the Grand Finals. Make sure you are signed into twitch.tv and watching the stream, and you could win a Steam game up to $20 value. We'll be giving 4 of those away throughout the cast tonight, so definitely make sure you're signed in and watching and hanging out with us. And so that's really cool. So shout out to UGC for doing that. Remember, UGC is non-profit, so I don't know where they got that money, but that's cool.
Yeah, and speaking of cool, well, it looks like I think Marissa disconnected. I think that's the reason for the pause. It seemed like you were just having some connection issues earlier, but I just brought up the sizzling stats between the first 2 rounds. Currently topping the frag board. You were talking a little bit about the sniper battle earlier. Marissa with 11 frags. And FaZe with 8 frags. So both snipers are actually topping the respective teams' boards when it comes to actually getting kills, which, I mean, just as you called it pre-game, which is really coming down to a sniper battle, and it's being pretty intense. So hopefully we'll get this pause resolved soon.
Yeah, I think a sniper is a good thing to have, especially when she's top fragging. So we'll wait it out. Definitely, MTS will want to get the full roster back together before they start. Sorry, I'm getting messages about things.
No, well, yeah,
messages about things. Yeah, there you go.
All the things. I'm actually so here's another interesting stat line from the stats as well. Stat line from the stats, go figure. So Alpha actually has 600 more damage, which I mean doesn't seem like too much, but it is just given through the first round. And so he's actually out. So he's 600 more damage than 38 Special, but 38 Special has a much higher KAD. So 38 Special's choosing to keep his life alive a little bit longer than Alpha, but Alpha actually is putting out more damage than him. Which I don't know, ET, that's kind of surprising. I figured 38 Special would have died more than that, but 38 Special doing a good job of keeping himself alive, but, you know, is it at the cost of putting out more damage? Is he potentially playing too passively? Do you have the stats at all?
Yeah, you just messaged me. That was who was messaging. And yes, stats in chat as well, so you guys can take a look at those. But yeah, I'm struck by the 5 backstabs by HNG and only 2 by Akuma. 5 seems fairly high, but we actually are live. So we'll see how this unfolds here, and already MTS is falling back a little bit right there from the choke. And
yeah,
apologize about
the
HUDs. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, the HUDs, yeah, that's exactly my problem too. And it looks like MTS opted not to go forward there as they lost Skyrolla. They're heavy in the choke area, so it's going to kind of hold on here. And actually, here comes ET coming out very aggressively, putting down the stickies. Harblue has a much better Uber as this comes in, and Pyro doing a good job of air blasting. Satan does go down in that exchange, and looks like we're just going to get kind of a reset here as this kind of just happens between the second and third point.
Yeah, and that's definitely one of the criticisms of 5CP on Highlander, and when we get another break in the action, which we might on this map, we can talk more generally about 5CP and Highlander, but there is this kind of push, and if it fails, then reset, and kind of choked issues that aren't really conducive to having 18 people on a map. But we'll see. It's so far been pretty action-packed and back and forth, and we actually do have MTS pushing out of choke right now with Pyro and Soldier leading the way. 38 Special goes down immediately. That was taken down by Satan right there, so no Demo Man, and this could be a successful push right here out of MTS.
Yeah, and MTS looks like they had Harblue take a decent amount of damage, but they do have a back cap going on. Yeah, it looks like ET just backed all the way out. That's where the pause happened right there. And yeah, so it looks like, yeah, as we're coming in here, MTS retaking this ground and being very, very strong showing here right now. As I said, they lost the first game in the regular season to ET, but right now they are not taking any prisoners as we're getting into last year with both team medics having Uber Charge ready to go.
Already taking upper lobby is the entirety of MTS, it looks like. Gonna have to watch out. I did see HNG creeping around. Remember, he already has 5 backstabs this map. But it looks like they are doing a pretty good job. Well, we'll see. He is approaching there on upper lobby.
Yeah, Marissa just got taken out there by a flare from Satan, it looks like. So that's going to slow down. You know, that's like one of the picks that you can have, is you want to give some space to your sniper to be able to maybe pick the medic or take down a key class. And actually, just to say that Akuma also gets spotted out as well, but he's going to be able to get out alive here. And again, this kind of comes back to the way MTS handled it last game, is it's on the offense to do something. And MTS likes to just kind of slowly play it around. They kind of like to take their time. As we have the spy coming in here, it looks like he's going to go into the water area. I don't know, are you seeing any happening, or what do you think of this MTS style of them just kind of slowly taking ground, I guess?
Oh, I was going to say it concerns me, especially when you have HNG stalking around, and he did get the backstab on Kill 'em all right there. Meanwhile, Remedy went down as well, so Soldier and Heavy down, and Harblue is looking like he's going to pop right here, and even though they lost 2 of those key players, I don't like this positioning, and Harblue just took some damage right there too. They're going to fall back, and I think, I don't know.
Yeah, that holding on, I mean, that passive play, it has both sides to the coin, right? So it's like you can like hopefully get a pick, but sometimes just, you know, as you're talking about, like Skyroller goes down, you lose some picks, but the thing that has to come with that is that ET has to get smartly aggressive off of it. You know, last time they got aggressive, they got off to the second point, they ended up losing last. You know, right now they do have 404 holding on to the Uber here, with that. But it's like, if you take out players, but you don't try to take any ground off that, like, you know, nothing's going to happen, and you're just going to sit here. And MTS, like, you know, they did this against 20B last season. They are more than happy to sit there and do absolutely nothing and just really just wear you down mentally throughout this game. As Marissa, does take out FaZe. That might give her a little bit of space to get another snipe out. But actually 3 down for ET here, though Alpha does get taken out by 38 Special Pipe.
Again, yeah, just sitting on these Ubers, waiting. Some damage coming in, again, from upper lobby. MTS taking some of that, and Satan is kind of pushing forward and just sending a bunch of flares, and Satan's flares have a tendency of finding their victim.
Yeah,
they just have a way of killing people, even if they seem random. They just have a way. He did back off right now, so ET is kind of just holding last right here. Do spot out. Akuma goes down, uncloaked in the wrong spot right there. So we'll see if MTS decides to engage this shortly.
Yeah, ET is starting to get aggressive in that lobby. A 38 Special starting to peek that mid-lobby area just enough. Here comes the Pyro and Soldier around. What did you see?
Harblu was forced right there. The Uber popped in lower lobby. ET did not pop theirs. I'm not sure who forced it. I think it might have been Ricky or maybe HNG. They're the only ones down right now for ET. So ET's going to push off of this. So huge development right there.
And actually, here comes the Pyro Satan behind, popping up Alpha and taking him down with the flare. Remedy is pretty low as well. Here comes the Uber out, pushing out. Harblu back onto choke. Harblu taking a decent amount of damage, is going to back out. Remedy on the medic, pops 404 up in the air and gets killed. Finished off by Marissa, who then takes out Satan as well. Going absolutely insane. 38 Special as well. 3K. Oh, I for a second I thought it was a 4K. But wow, what a turn of events there. And this actually might not go to ET, and that's going to only 2 alive for ET right now. And wow, MTS with a 90% advantage right now.
Remember, MTS doesn't have to recap that second point. They still have it. Only 4 up for ET, and they are going to get respawns, but MTS is not going to wait. They're going to push this Uber, and it is Harblu on the point, accompanied by Katsy. Katsy going down, though, and it looks like ET is going to be able to get these respawns in time. Maybe, for some reason, Harblu has his saw out, and he's sawing his way onto the point, but goes down. Decimate with some huge defense right there at the end. Akuma, maybe the last MTS player alive who could get on the point. Spamfest is still up, but I don't think he's gonna be. I don't know where he is, but wow, that was really close.
Yeah, MTS I think just got a little bit ahead of themselves. You know, they just wanted to push off that so aggressively. They thought they had the numbers, but when the respawns came in, as you were saying, in the middle of that push, it just like completely worked against them. They didn't plan for it. I think if MTS, you know, just took like 10 seconds or 5 seconds to get their push coordinated, get their people alive, you know? They had such an uber advantage, like they were going to win the battle. But they got so aggressive, then as you said, like, you know, Harblu pulled out his knife to try to get, you know, like, it just didn't really work out at all. And here comes the ET push. What are you seeing?
We saw Killmall going down to a backstab yet again from Akuma, so no heavy in this mid-fight, as ET trying to push in here, keeping 4-4 alive, and it looks like MTS is really not going to give him any space. Harblu is falling back a little bit, but really sticking it in here. Ricky, though, gets a big picks, and MTS is going to dig their heels in and hold their ground. Oh! Until Mercy gets that sweet headshot. Sorry, but no, they are going to stick in there and going to actually push off of this because ET took a ton of damage and a ton of kills. So nobody there to contest this second point.
Yeah, most of the people alive right there are coming off of respawns, and MTS know that they push straight forward with even just their Pyro and Medic, which can be a little bit risky, but they know the situation. But apparently Marissa and Katsy don't in that moment right there, both going down to a sticky trap by 38 Special, and that's going to slow, you know, Harblu does have had about a 30% advantage right there, but losing 2 of your key players is going to slow down that push, as they're going to be about even here, and another goes down, so both spies down, and actually ET's taking some high ground, and FaZe is trying to get some snipe off, not able to get anybody right away, and actually the force comes out as Ricky bombs onto Harblu, and ET sitting in there with the Uber does counter pop, chase the Heavy's trying to get away, Pyro trying to chase him down as well, but no kills really coming out to either side through these Uber exchanges.
Right, and it looks like MTS is not going to give this up either, and Alpha getting in there and kills 4-4, and then Killmall goes down to a headshot from Marissa, so this is going to be MTS's point still. We do have FaZe still alive, but he has 9 health and goes down to Marissa. So yeah, MTS just being very stubborn and not falling back, and wisely here because it's definitely worked. They have the super advantage there now in lobby, and remember, it's only 1-0, but we are rapidly running out of time, only 13 minutes left. And remember, whatever has happened after 13 minutes, that's the score we'll go for, or go from, on Gullywash. So, Hardblue with almost 100% Uber right now, waiting for some respawns. But this could be the round right here. We do have FaZe pushing up, River trying to get something, but he was spotted out.
And Hardblue actually goes down to a trap right there. And actually ET is flanking them right now. Heavy and Demo Alpha putting down all the stickies he can, all the damage. Actually slows him out. He actually might be able to get out of this 51 HP, and he's running away. And what a turn of events here as
he goes down! Satan's Flare! What have I told you? Satan's Flares are crazy! So some big heavy classes are down, but you know what? It wasn't at all, because 4-4 goes down to Katsi, who's still in lower lobby, setting everybody on fire and manages to get the medic pick. Wow.
What just a crazy turn of events right there. Both teams, like, doing what they need to do is when your medic goes down, you need to do everything you can to try to trade medics, create yourself that advantage again. And what went from a huge play out of ET, and just as I say that, Ricky on the medic, but Hardblue able to stay alive there. They do have a slight advantage, Hardblue, but just really good job by both teams of, like, ET getting aggressive off what they need to do. But then, again, it just seems like they're unfocused when they get aggressive, like they're not, just something's going on. Like, I can't really put my finger on it, but maybe they're losing the flank fights or something. But every time, like, ET gets an advantage, it just feels like 404 goes down or they lose too many players, And actually, Hardblue went from like a 20% advantage to about a 40 to 50% advantage, so doing a really good job of building, and that's definitely something you can push off of. But they are losing a decent amount of players, so we'll be curious if Hardblue does push off this right away.
Yeah, we do actually have ET still holding upper lobby right there, and that's 38 Special, putting down some sticks. Gotta watch out for him, but they've also got to watch out for this Uber push happening on point. Hardblue is out on point with his gun out, but it's not gonna... He goes down, but it is going to be enough for MTS to get the rest of their players on point. And it was Alpha who made the cap, and it is 2-0 MTS.
And here we are, 2 points up for MTS here. And how much time do we have left on the clock? A little bit over 10 minutes, about 11 minutes right now. And that's going to be pretty hard. ET has not been able to has not shown themselves to be able to push quickly through this. So to be able to they have to take 2 points just to tie this game up, to even send this into an overtime, to have a chance at this, as this is kind of a slow mid happening. But
Bursa takes down 4-4 with a headshot immediately. So Blue, ET is trying to get on the point, but Killmall goes down without that those overheals. Oh, we are in another pause, but looking like this mid-fight's going to go to MTS.
Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. Marissa going huge again here, and then MTS just doing a really good job of pushing off that here. Are they actually on their opposing side? So actually all of ET players are standing on the MTS side. And as we get the unpause here, we'll see how this mid-fight resolves. But it should be resolving in the way of MTS here, as as FaZe takes down Hardblue right there. And looks like we're going to get the capture going down to MTS, but that is going to give the advantage to 404 when he respawns.
Just did a quick check of the stats, and Marissa has 15 headshots to FaZe's 7. Just for what that sniper battle is worth. We do see MTS pushing on to second right there. No medic or heals or anything, so we'll see if ET decides to contest this. They are in lower lobby, kind of hanging out right there. But the point does go to MTS as ET deciding not to move on that. They're also being harassed by a spy in lobby, but Akuma goes down before able to get anything.
Well, just look at this aggression off MTS. They took out the Sexo, but they lost their medic. 4-4 just respawns, and they're able to push straight through and, take the second point basically for free, not really being contested. And I think that's just kind of maybe a lack of aggression out of ET, or maybe just like the perfect aggression needed out of MTS, as 4-4 is going to get his Uber here. So the question now will be, will he push out with it aggressively, or are they going to hold? And they are down, again, 2 points. So if they don't, they have to bring it back. They need to get aggressive here because they only have about 10 minutes left on the clock.
Right, it's one of those things, high risk, high rewards. You push out, you risk being backcapped or whatever, but at the same time, they're not going to win this map unless they push out. And it doesn't matter if they win 4 or lose 4-0 or 2-0. Lost map is lost map. So they are going to be aggressive right here, ET. It looks like they're coming in from upper. We may have a bomb in here from Remedy, and he does take down Kill 'Em All just as the Uber is popped. So Uber exchange here at second.
Remedy's actually still over the top.
Yeah. taking down 38 special right there. Oh, 4-4 goes down as well. Sane down. Oh, it's not looking good for ET. And remember, the second point is still in MTS's favor, so they can just rush now onto last. And there's Kill 'Em All, and poor Jordan. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this all by themselves. Akuma getting the kill on Kill 'Em All, and here comes MTS, and here comes MTS's third round win.
Wow. I mean, just look at ET's push right there. They dropped their heavy before the push. They had their demo and pyro and medic, whereas MTS had almost their entire team surrounding themselves. ET just doesn't seem coordinated on this map today. And it's showing them going down 3 rounds initially here. So, I don't think ET even has a chance to bring it back if they wanted to. They'd have to play basically a perfect game. And we'll see as we get 38 special going down to the Machina shot there.
Marissa loves her Machina and is totally working for it right now. Remedy in on 4-4, taking out 4-4 and a bonus sniper pick on FaZe. ET not surviving at all. Kill 'Em All, it goes down. Satan and HNG are the only ones left alive for that mid-fight, and they're going to have to fall back and let MTS take this. Satan goes down in that mini, well placed by Spamfest, I'm sure. We haven't talked nearly enough about engineers. I don't know how that's happened, but maybe in between maps we could discuss these NGs a little bit more.
Just give a lot of engineer love. Well, there's there's so many things. And actually, 4-4 down to 15 HP. Remedy way in the backfield. 4-4 is able to stay alive. Hardblue does have that 100% ready to go. And just to say, MTS does capture the round, it will be the end of the half and the end of the first map going to MTS. I mean, they're going to win the first map pretty much no matter what. But it's all about the stats now. You gotta look good on the stat line.
Absolutely.
And here we come in. Actually, yeah, big Uber advantage out of Hardblue. Do you think they're gonna push aggressively or just kind of hold off and play it really safe here?
I think they're gonna push aggressively. I think they're feeling the momentum. They're having fun now. MTS is, and we'll see. I don't know. I'm never really good at reading MTS's mind, but I would like to see that. They do have 6 minutes or just under 7 minutes left, and they're getting a little pressure here on River.
I was gonna say is. As I'm asking a question, I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, why isn't MTS, pushing forward? Because, as you said, that's kind of their MO is that they push forward, but they might be just going, hey, you know what, let's make sure we absolutely positively secure this win, let's bleed off 4 minutes off the time, and then go do something off of it. Make sure it's not even possible. And, here they come out, ET underneath the second point, and actually spies on 4-4. Not sure if he realizes that. And the pop does come out from Hardblue as well. Are they on to the last point? Yes, they are. Just completely go around him. Here they are just standing on the point times. So many, but so many go down. Remedy and the Pyro are still up, and they're air blasting, doing everything they can, but it just might be in vain. Spamfest on the point, and he goes down as well, and it's looking like not going MTS's favor. They're so close, but they're just gonna have a reset here, and ET has a chance to push out.
I kind of love that play from ET, although it's kind of almost impossible right now for them to win this map, but you never know. We'll just say you never know. But I also think what you're saying about MTS is absolutely true. I think we're seeing a different type of MTS this map, not being super overly aggressive, but playing it a little smart, and it may be not as much fun, working time off the clock, but just biding the time and waiting for when they can be absolutely guaranteed. Now, they did not take into account that ET is a fabulous team, and ET is not going to be pushed into a corner, and they are moving out. So we'll see if ET can do something significant with that. Again, it's pretty much boosting stats at this point, but who doesn't love stats?
And actually, I'd really like to spot a Remedy. I'm kind of curious if he's going to get a med pick here, because nobody sees him. Here he comes in.
Of course he is.
One rocket. There's the second.
Of course he
Perfection out of that black box. Only had 2 rockets to spare, and he uses both of them wisely. And here comes the Uber out of Hardblue. Basically a free Uber right now. They're focusing their players down, but nobody actually is really going down. Finally, the Heavy does. Scout goes down. The Soldier on top of the point. Alpha doing everything he can. Brings out the sign, but he gets taken out. And
FaZe gets Hardblue right there. Mercer coming back with a K on Ricky as well, but it is player advantage for Just Kidding. Equal players right now, as it looked like for a second ET was going to have more, but some cleanup kills right there, and MTS able to keep second in their possession.
Yeah, I mean, I think ET, if anything you're playing for right now, is just not to either lose the last round. Actually, as I say that, Agent DG must have been at spawn, taking out Hardblue, and that's going to keep the medic down, and 404 must get aggressive off this, I assume, and here they do, actually out in the lobby area.
I kind of love that play, just we're not going to lose 4-0, we're going to lose 3-0, so send our spider their spawn. I don't know if that's necessarily what ET's thinking, but it's more aggressive, and it's not just sitting back on last waiting for the inevitable push.
I mean, look at this right here. So ET got a medic up, right? And they should have been pushing off this. They should have had the second point. They should be closing off the big door. They're taking over the upper area, and they're doing none of that. They're like, I'm so just bemused, like, what they're thinking. What are they doing with their aggression? It's like they're playing just completely scared, and you can play for your Uber, which is what they finally do have now. But, you know, are they going to push off this well with they have a decent amount of players down?
I think I'm okay with waiting for this Uber, which is absolutely what they did right there, and are pushing right now through Garage, trying to go after Harvey, who's got about 85% Uber. So for these kills, finally coming in 30, special connecting, getting down Katsy and Marissa. Satan finishing off Heavy as well, and that is going to be not enough, as Harblue did get his Uber up, pops it, and able to save second. We'll see if they can push in on last and make it happen, but Satan is still alive somewhere. And in lobby right there, stopping a quick cap from Spamfest, I think.
Yeah, and during that counter push back, actually, Akuma got a stab on 404, basically right as soon as the Uber got done, and that shut down their, any aggression that ET could have out of there. As FaZe is trying to get some cute snipe out of there, we're down to the final couple minutes here. As Harblue does have, is getting his charge up there. Spy on the medic, trying to get a nice stab out there, but he gets taken out. And we'll should see one or two good pushes out of MTS for this last point.
They, of course, just want the one push, the one and final. It should be, well, we'll see how it comes, 95% here. And what is going on there at last?
Oh my god, it looks like, Akuma getting a little cheeky there, but that's actually really great, because now all you need to do is just tap that point. You put a scout on there for like a half second, it's capped. Like, look at just based on how close that is, and just as I say that, here comes in the Uber and... Well, that happens.
Oh my goodness. For those of you not familiar with competitive TF2, we casters and the cameraman are in the STV of the match, and whereas the players are in the live version, and when they were, 90 seconds behind, so when they reset the map on their live version, we get to miss the last 90 seconds of the map. So we're guessing MTS won that, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty strong assumption there. Let me, they actually did take that final round, so that final push that we were seeing starting to happen probably was successful, as the point was so quick. And the stats are updated from the same ones you were looking at before. So just looking at this right now, Marissa, last Monday had the absolutely huge game, put the team on her back, and basically was doing just crazy work, continuing to do so at 33 frags, topping the frag board between both teams, and Remedy also doing work for his team as well. And actually, just like there's so many med picks out of here, 2 med picks for each, and actually Alpha has 4 med picks as well. So just crazy work coming out of the MTS side. Do you see anything going on interesting in the stat lines?
I gotta say, HNG has 14 backstabs.
Yeah, that's HNG. What's the kill count though?
There's 1 medic pick, so that's a difference maker, I guess. I mean, you just look at that. Akuma has 5, so you have 14 and 5, and immediately you're thinking like, wow, HNG is absolutely winning this spy battle or whatever. But are you thinking it's just not the big picks that's making the difference for ET? Because like I said, there's 1 med pick.
Yeah, well, and Akuma's only at 2 med picks, so he's not that further along, and his team was also winning, which kind of makes, can make the spy's life a little bit easier. I think it kind of comes down to play style. I was talking about this last Monday, which I think Akuma is just one of those spies where it's like, if he's not getting the stabs, he's just going to shoot you, and like he's just going to give up. And like Akuma's also a spy who tends to like run up to his kills and kind of can like be a little bit slow to get his like backstab actually out, and can get caught out sometimes. And so if he's not able to get the kills that day, then he might have just been like, screw it, I'm just going for headshots. I mean, he's kind of keeping up in the kill count, but HNG is definitely getting the better of that with about, 7 more kills or so? So HNG definitely having the better day, though, with the backstab and the kills in general over Akuma. And HNG doesn't actually get talked about too much. Have you ever played with him at all?
We used to pub Skyle Badwater together back in the day. Just saying, that was before I was a caster, and that was before he was Platinum, so we go way back.
I mean, I've only played with him somewhat, but I mean, every time I play with him, I don't know if this is his first year in Plat, or I'm not exactly sure on that, but I've always been really impressed by his spy play. Like, I've always thought, like, he deserves more credit than what he gets, and I think he's shown it here today, going up against Akuma, one of the best spies in the game, and outplaying him, just to put it plain and simple right now.
Alright, we are live, it looks like? No, we're not, sorry. Sorry, just kidding, just kidding. But we will be going live as soon as we are just 9v8. Just a reminder, for those of you in chat watching, we probably will have a raffle for you soon, and make sure you're signed in because you could win a Steam game of your choice up to $20, and that is courtesy of UGC League admins, and I was actually told that sometimes the admins put in their own money for prizes and stuff like that, so I know the admins give a lot for UGC, a free league, so definitely thank you to all the admins out there. I don't want to name them because I know I'll forget somebody, and they really should not be forgotten, so maybe we'll do that later, but remember, raffles, giveaways, free stuff.
All the beautiful things. We got one ready up here, and just to speak, me and you were kind of watching the ET. They had a scrim before this map on Lakeside. Lakeside is ET's pick for the map, so hopefully they do come away with this win, but they're playing against DK, and to me it seemed like they were struggling. I don't know, did you kind of get that feeling, that sense too, when you're watching the scrim of ET?
Yeah, but it was hard to say what it was. Did you have any inclination of, like, you could be like, oh, is their flanks, oh, is their medic, oh, is blah, blah. Could you tell?
I mean,
it just was like an overall,
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of seemed like, you know, well, just the aggressive playstyle of DK. It seemed like Axiomatic for DK was doing a pretty good job. I mean, it was, I think, 2-2 or 2-1, I think, was like the final score, so they did bring it back, you know? But it definitely seemed like ET just kind of was struggling with their coordination or something, and DK also kind of has a pretty like aggressive style of play, which I think is kind of similar to MTS. And the thing with Lakeside, though, just to talk about, is Lakeside is, unlike Viaduct, is that it's a very, very team-oriented map. It's so big, the spaces are so long that you have to walk up to. Is that it's like if you don't have good team coordination, you'll walk off by yourself and you will die. The respawn, you know, it really doesn't work out in your favor. Whereas in Viaduct, it's such a small map that you can have mistakes and you can correct them pretty quickly, and you can get around and you can rotate. But to rotate from the left side to the right side of the map is like several seconds, which in TF2 time is everything. So I think it'll be really interesting. You know, ET seemed to struggle with team coordination on Gullywash, so it'll be interesting to see coming in here. Are they going to pick that up? Is MTS going to have good coordination, you know, coming into Lakeside even itself? And of course, I mean, kind of speaking to what you talked about before Gullywash, it's FaZe versus Marissa. This is such a sniper-friendly map. Marissa's been on fire. FaZe has seemed to struggle, but we both know that FaZe, he can have some bad streaks, but he can have some absolutely amazing ones. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how all those battles come away. I don't know, do you like Lakeside as a map in Highlander yourself, Kip?
Well, yeah, I actually do enjoy it, and I know it gets a lot of bad rap, but as well as an NG main, but also as a medic, I play medic a lot too. I think it opens a lot of possibilities, and you can do a lot of creative things with it. Even, I don't think the meta is super established like it is with other games or other maps. But we are going live right here. We do have ET still in blue, MTS is in red, and already it's Blue Demo Man, 38 special, getting out to mid very fast, but not able to get really anything with that. As we have Battle of the Pyros here on the point. Remember, the point is not able to be camped for the first few seconds, and so they're just kind of battling it out, trying to get picks, thinking it was picks. There goes Harblue down to HNG. 4-4 now with a huge Uber advantage.
Yeah, and the important thing is that when your medic goes down, what do you need to do? You need to get across the map, you need to go for their medic, and that's exactly what Remedy does. Trades back with 404, and actually what looked like ET, everybody's pretty low health here, and this might go down, but oh, just as I say that, Cassie with a nice flare. And they go down. The respawns are coming out to each side, but ET does have the more forward presence, as they will take to his point. Harblue actually out by himself there. A little bit of miscommunication, goes down to 100 HP, but he'll be okay, as quite the eventful first mid-fight.
I always love the mid-fights where the point isn't capped immediately, because then you know there's some really good stuff going on. And you know, with these high-level teams, it's not because they forgot about the point, it's because they're working on other stuff, and that's absolutely what they're doing right here. ET now just falling back, no longer really on the point, but they do have their demo man pushed up 38 special, just sending a bunch of spam to the opposite side, and you know, the Alpha's there to return it.
Yeah, it looks like MTS is not waiting for the Uber. They're starting to get aggressive across the point. ET is giving them that ground, but just as I say that, Alpha does go down to a mixture of the Demo Man and Mini Sentry, and actually Skyroll is getting caught out on point, and he goes down as well, so no power classes for MTS alive right now, as Harblue is getting the Uber, but only has a Scout and Pyro with them, but screw that, let's just push forward with Squid, as Catsy and Squid combine to take down one, and here they come on the other side. Uber is popped out of ET as they retake onto the point, and MTS did get that point back in their favor, but ET should be able to take it back pretty quickly.
Not yet on the point, not getting anything, and MTS is really kind of sensing that, so still just putting a lot of spam and pressure on the point. We do have Harblue going down again to a backstab from HNG.
Wow, just neither medic really being able to stay alive here, as 404 actually went down as well during that exchange. ET did lose a lot of players though, so just getting respawns, and remember, when you do not control the point, your respawn time is basically twice as fast as the enemy team here. So they're getting respawns much faster in any trade you take. As I say that, there's the engineer on the Demo Man, and he's able to get away with 8 HP, 38 special is. And the time is ticking away in MTS's favor here, but just as I say that, here comes ET onto the point.
Yeah, had a bit of a player advantage, and Marissa was down, so good time to push right there, but not actually getting in, and Akuma takes down 4 these medics. Wait, and then Akuma finishing off, kill them all with a headshot right there. You know, no big deal, whatever.
I think he heard us talking about him. He's like, hey, I can show you what kind of a spy I am.
Takes down Marissa too. Oh, I'm sorry, that was FaZe taking out Marissa right there, sorry.
Yeah, and just to say right here, is even ET had a decent push right there. I mean, they did lose a couple key players, but like it looks like MTS was kind of playing a little bit passive right there, but they didn't get like any capture time down. I mean, the respawns again are fast for ET. They're going to be pushier, but MTS is holding on to that Uber, so as soon as they sense any aggression, they probably will just pop onto ET and just get all the kills, and just to say that here they come.
Remedy bombing in on 4-4 with that Blackbacks and not able to get that last hit off, and 4-4 does escape with 36%. And they're going to need that if they're going to retake this point, because less than a minute on the clock for MTS. We do have Kill 'Em All by himself, kind of pushing on the point, does hook up eventually with his medic, so some of these heavier classes still up for ET, and going to try to soft push this because there's really no time.
And here actually comes Alpha over the top, trying to get a little bit cute, trying to get something down onto the medic man, but no, isn't able to connect any of the pipes. He is not Mario today, and Harblue is going to get out alive here. The respawn, so this is, you know, kind of what I was talking about before, is the trades were eventually going in ET's favor. It took a little bit longer for them to do that, but now the respawns came in ET's favor. They're able to basically, as I said, like slow push that and recapture the point here, but MTS is looking to get back and aggressive on the point as Remedy goes down right there.
Harblue almost with 100%. Both medics surviving to get this 100% now, and the MTS does pop on the point, forcing the Uber out of 4-4 and ET as well. ET's going to get a little bit longer of this Uber, and we'll try to force the red combo back, but MTS really doing a good job not getting stuck in that corner, and Harblue does escape alive.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get stuck in that corner, as you said, kind of that med pack area. In that back right, but they are able to get out alive here. Harblue is going to have a little bit of an Uber disadvantage. Again, a little bit of miscommunication. This is what I talked about in the pregame. Is like, it's such a big map. It's easy to get caught out, and that's exactly what happens to Alpha there as this Decimate comes in and gets that as a FaZe winning that sniper battle, getting not one, but two, Marissa and Harblue, no medic alive here, and make that a 3.
Oh, man.
Taking down Skyroll the Heavy, and wow, what classes to take down. They are going to respawn quickly here, but 404 sitting on that Uber charge, they're holding in that pool area, and was looking to be in MTS's favor is not looking good right now, as they are down to 4 players alive, and 404 safely sitting on that Uber's charge still.
Wow, and this is ET. This is FaZe leading the way, and the rest of his team right there to pick it all up and come back. And they're absolutely doing it at the exact right time. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're holding house right now. Uber is popped, as it looks like 4-4 is taking some damage right there. So go ahead and popped it on his Heavy and Demo Man. Now they're just all on the point, as MTS will try anything and everything to push on, as there's only 15 seconds left.
Yeah, they just got to get aggressive across the point, but they are losing players. That mini placement, that pool hold is working so hard against MTS. You know, mini sentries can be so annoying on this point, and here comes the spy, Akuma, and he actually gets taken out just as he's going to stab the heavy, and any chance that MTS has, it's going to go down right here as, wow, what a turn of events right there. It's actually kind of similar to Gullywash, where ET looks like they're going to take the first round. They lost it to MTS. MTS looks like they're going to take this first round, and they lost it to ET. ET up 1-0 in this map of Lakeside.
At the end there, FaZe had a 6-kill streak going.
Wow.
So that... Well, we can talk more about that later, but here comes the mid-fight. A big bomb in from Ricky, but he goes down to a headshot on the battlement, so not able to do anything right there. But a lot of blue players in on hard blue, and he does go down. Didn't see who got the final shot, but there's just some really aggressive plays right there from ET, trying to continue that momentum into a decisive mid-fight right here, and they do start to take the point, and I think it would be pretty good. They what'd you see?
404, mixture between, I think there's a long-range shot by Spampus, but it was Remedy, the spy, and the engineer basically focusing 404, giving Hardblue that advantage again, and just really good play out of MTS to take him down. And they're going to look at how quickly they're recapturing this point. Spy in on the point. He's able to get someone. No, actually gets taken out just in time by Catsy. And wow, that point looked like it should have been capped much longer, but only 15 seconds off the clock in ET's favor. And MTS is now going to do a forward hold or a pool hold. Looks like they're going to do a pool hold here, kind of mimicking the ET style. Hey, it worked for them. Let's make it work for us as they sit on about a 50% Uber advantage.
4-4 back up with about 40%. When do you think it's time for crits?
You know what? It's hard to say. It's whenever you feel like your team's ready for it. I think, you know, that might not have been a bad idea to go crits, though Hardblue probably would have got Uber either way. So maybe if he dies this life, you know, maybe you give crits a try. But yeah, I mean, just kind of depends on how you're feeling against your team and stuff like that. But it's hard to say. I don't know. I think every team's a little bit different. But as I say that, 404 gets taken down by Remedy again. The man going ham.
Going ham indeed.
Wow. ET struggling here to re-push off. And this is right here, Lakeside, like quintessential right here, is when one team has a really strong hold. We saw ET just do it to MTS. MTS doing it to ET. It's so hard to counter as H&G getting ready and in place for a stab on the medic here.
Hardblue still holding on to that 100% Uber, and that makes me nervous. Holding on to Ubers makes me nervous, and just being Hardblue in general makes me nervous. He is going to get forced right here and does pop in the pool house right there. That was Satan who just M1'd right into his face. So we'll see if they can do anything with this Uber. It looks like just going to pretty much hold house right here as 4-4 now with that about 50% Uber advantage.
And this is pretty close to the situation we saw last game, actually, where MTS was up by at least a minute time. They're now changing themselves to an aggressive hold here over, and actually they're going to rotate over and try to meet ET. Or what are they doing here? ET, yeah, is over on the point. 404 gets taken out by Akuma right there. Heavy flying in the air as he gets taken out, and just deaths coming in the favor. 38 special down, no demo man. And I mean, it's a basically even numbers here, but Hardblue did stay alive through that, and they still have their heavy up. So they do have their heavy healing classes as ET is trying to get some capture time here. But again, Hardblue staying alive, and 404 still is yet to get a heal out.
Did you see the 4-4 got a Crusader's crossbow kill on Remedy? So it's a personal victory right there.
That's all he really needed as the engineer scout coming out onto the point, but they're going to get scared away. Actually, here comes the pop, and they sense that 404 is close. They're going to try to chase him down here. Or at least 38 special, but no, none of them are going down. They have a couple of trades going in their favor, but Skyroll goes down as well. So ET, they might be able to re-push this, but 20 seconds left on the clock, and this is not looking good for ET right now.
Oh, so a nice sticky from 38 special takes down both Remedy and Squid, who are pressuring the medic. We will go into a little bit of overtime here, so still possible for ET to extend this round, but there's a lot of stickies and a lot of MTS presence on the point, so it's going to be tricky. 4-4, meanwhile, with about 85% Uber, kind of wants to get in there, but knows that having this Uber would be a much better idea.
Big shot, H&G, not one, but two headshots taking down Hardblue and Alpha. Big plays, and is he still alive? Yes, he is, 16 HP. And H&G showing what he can do with Akuma. Remedy coming in there trying to do something, but that's exactly what we needed to see out of ET. They got desperate, and that desperation is either going to create bad plays or great plays. And we just saw a great play out of ET there, sitting on the 100% charge here.
Remember, that's HG with 2 headshots as Spy. We are going to see 4-4 pop his Uber in Bathhouse right there. They've spotted out Hardblue. Are they going to be able to continue and pressure him on? They are sending Decimate after him, and Decimate connects, taking down Hardblue right outside of spawn. That is huge.
Yeah, it's
oh,
gonna
man.
Here, Kuma actually just came in on the mech, got caught out there. But this is exactly where MTS struggled last round. As soon as ET got a good pool hold, MTS could not come up with an answer. And in 404, because they took out, they had a really good job, Decimate chasing down the medic, as you said, taking out Hardblue. That's going to give the Uber advantage back to MTS. So what they need to do here is, just as we're doing right now, is re-push, dry, no Uber to each team, and just try to win that DM fight or get trades so you get the respawns quicker. What are you seeing out of ET right here?
I don't know, there's a lot of spam coming in, and I was so worried about 4-4, and here comes Remedy putting on that pressure, but 4-4 got an Uber on, he's going to be able to get his Uber, and he Ubers himself, and manages to find his scout. Decimate going in after Remedy, and then taking out Skyrola as well. Are you kidding me, 4-4?
And that's absolutely insane. And here we actually have Hardblue sitting here with a 100% Uber. They're going in by themselves. The Spy, HG coming in behind them. Here comes the Uber in, and 404 going down to the backstab. Big distraction play, and ET is just bleeding numbers here. As but just as I say, Ricky comes in with the engineer, and they're getting some shots out, but only FaZe alive. And this point,
he's gonna have to go pretty freaking huge, and he's not gonna be able to. MTS in overtime right there, so all they had to do is cap the point. We are 1-1 here on Lakeside, but man, it is shaping up to be a good one. For those of you who are just joining us, Gullywash was the first map, which MTS won pretty decisively. So ET showing that they're not going to go easy into that good night, or go gentle into that good night. There we go.
Yeah, we're playing
literary reference
for all those literary fans out there. And as we say that, 38 Special is literally dead. Oh god, I did that. And here we come out onto the fight. A lot of trades. Actually, Hardblue goes down there. 4-4 able to keep alive through this. And it looked like it was going to go MTS's favor there, but ET doing a much better job securing those kills. And actually, Kuma, is he on the medic? Yes, he is. Dropping down. 404, turn around, buddy. As this actually is now going in MTS's favor as they're capturing the point.
38 Special is still alive, though, putting a bunch of sticks on the point. And does stop the cap for the time being. And it looks like ET, looks like for a second they're going to really stop that point, but no, it's just basically Engineer and Demo who are just sending some spam there. So they do lose the point, or MTS takes the point. Oh no, I see Ready, and I see 4-4. That usually doesn't end well for 4-4, but actually Remedy got caught out in a soldier battle, and we'll have to retreat to Bathhouse.
Yeah,
Pool house, whatever you want to call it.
Spy in actually on the mech. I think got a butter knife onto 404 right there. As Hardblue is sitting just a little bit Uber advantage, but they are dropping their players no alpha, so that's no demo man for MTS right here, which is, as I say that, Marissa taking down 404, a little bit out of position there, standing on the point, and Hardblue's just going to have a free Uber if he wants to pop it, but probably is going to opt to hold on to it here, as 38 Special is sending some stickies onto the point with Satan and his heavy backing him up.
Yeah, MTS now with a good hold in-house. And just holding on to the Uber. It doesn't look like Hardblue wants to do much with it. This is where you'd send in Satan to get that force Uber pop, as they did last time. But they're just actually going to send in spam, and that's going to turn out to be enough, as Hardblue does pop. Didn't take any damage right there, so I'm not sure about that pop, but MTS now trying to make something out of it, and really just sending in the ranks. Squid going in after Soldier. 38 Special getting taken down right there, as Remedy gets taken out as well.
Yeah, I think that might have been a miscommunication on MTS. Maybe they thought 404 was nearby. They popped to try to, like, commit some. Or maybe, Hardblue was worried about... Oh, just as I say that, down goes Hardblue to a headshot, and then H&G picking up the heavy as well. So big classes down for MTS. This is going to give the 404, huge Uber advantage. And then, again, time to reset into that pool area, which they love so much.
So priority number one right now is keeping 4-4 alive and keeping Remedy out of the area, out of Pool House. And we do have some good patrol work going on right there from Satan. Is with his heavy and 4-4 is with his heavy as well. They do, of course, have to watch the point, and it looks like there's pretty good presence around here. Although MTS is being very aggressive right near house, just really holding strong out there. And I think, I mean, look where Hardblue is. Oh, Hardblue goes down. was gonna say they should pop the Uber, and they eventually do pop the Uber, but Hardblue gets taken out, and ET now with a player advantage.
Yeah, Akuma on the spy, but yeah, just basically everybody, that was really good. I mean, it was kind of just a good play. They didn't need to pop that Uber. I think they got a little bit scared, or maybe, again, they were just going for that medic play, but yeah, I mean, that's actually okay, that whole exchange, because now this is going to give MTS a chance to just completely re-push. Respawns come in quickly. They're probably going to push out of here right away. They're going to try to get on point aggressively, while ET, because they do have an advantage, so let's push before they get that Uber. Let's get it on that point.
Or obviously time for a change up in the minigun. Quick fix, sure. Crit's probably more likely, but Hardblue is still in that regular minigun. He takes about half a damage right there, so he's a little bit vulnerable right now. As 4-4 up to 85% Uber, holding in his team's yard, and ET looking like they're going to be able to hold off the MTS assault right here. Hardblue goes down to a headshot again from Hardblue. I mean, from HNG. Hardblue goes down HNG. HNG finishes off Catsy too with another headshot. Again, that's the spy with those ambies. Oh my goodness, HNG.
Yeah, both spies going really big with that Ambassador today, as another failed push out of MTS here, and they did not take down 404. He's going to be sitting there with that Uber advantage, just chilling in the pool area again, and 60 seconds left on the clock. Remedy's going to come in here, but he's going to get just taken out right away. He does get 38 special, as the Pyro does peek around the corner. Marissa does go down there as well, Alpha down, but look at ET's health. It's all so low, but they're going to get re-healed here, but again, the time is ticking away. MTS, the time is now, and here's the Uber out. Yeah,
Kill 'em all was dropped right there, but he got a pretty good scout on Decimate, and he does go in and take out Hardblue, but 4-4 got... Oh no, 4-4 got away. 4-4 got away, so that's going to be huge. ET having his heals as they tried to defend for the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, Remedy just came right behind there, and good awareness by Jordan to take out Remedy, who was behind, about to get on 404, take him out. But again, 20 seconds left on the clock. I'm sorry, 15 seconds here, as MTS just needs to get on the point. Everybody is weak on MTS. Look at that. Everybody's in the red, basically. And here comes a soldier bombing over the top onto Hardblue, popping him up. He goes down, and this is not looking good at all. It looks like it's going to go in the favor of ET unless MTS is a miracle here.
Just want to point out that was one of Satan's patented flares to take out Hardblue right there at the end. Probably MTS was going to lose that anyway because they still had about a minute 20 seconds left on the clock. And there's no way... Well, I mean, there could have been a way, but ET looking pretty strong that round. We are 2-1, Electric Temptations in the lead. Remember, we'll play 2-3 round wins for this map.
So this is all or nothing for MTS right now. They have not looked good. They got that second round win, but I mean, it seems like a struggle. They have not been in command since that first round. At least we have Skyroller going big here. 2 kills out the gate early on. Marissa did go down early as well, so no sniper for MTS, so that's going to give a little bit of space to FaZe to do something here, as we're just kind of getting an exchange of damage and nobody really taking too much ground. It looks like MTS might get the early capture here as 4-4 surfs away a rocket by Remedy, but he does keep alive here, and looks like the point is going to go down in MTS's favor. Oh wait, Akuma on 404. What a stab again. 404 going down, but MTS has not used these advantages well. They have they've had struggled to hold on to the point.
Yeah, we'll see. They do have that Uber advantage. Hardblue holding on to the 100% again in house right there. Similar position that they've taken before. ET looking like they want to be a little aggressive right here. Marissa did go down to a headshot from FaZe, so potentially could do something right here. Satan right now is just putting a bunch of fire in house, and I kind of love that because right now the combo's distracted, and meanwhile ET is going to push onto the point. They got a lot of time, might be able to take it, but the red Uber is popped, so Hardblue does get that pop off, defend the point, as ET, an interesting strat right there. I like it.
It was a perfect, I mean, it was a great strat. That's exactly what you want to do. You attack from both fronts. It forced them to have to use the Uber. Instead of using it on the combo, they had to use it to defend the point. They did not get the point, but they are going to recapture it maybe 15 seconds later, which is A-okay in my book, especially when Hardblue goes actually down somewhere in that exchange there. So he's waiting to respawn. 404 is going to have basically 100% Uber advantage here, as they're going to, again, reset into that pool area. Here comes Remedy, actually, just as I say that. Oh, he's going for the 38 special there, who does die to fall damage. But it looks ET should be able to stabilize from this, despite having Uber. Are they going to pop it, or is 404 going to get taken out here?
404 did pop it. There's a lot of demo spam coming in to house. So he did go ahead and pop it. Also some time on the point for MTS. that will be continued, actually. MTS looking aggressive out of there. No Uber or anything, but they do have these heals and a good player presence on the point, so they will be able to capture that point. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock for them.
Yeah, and here we come in. ET actually, so yeah, they did lose that point right there, but Harblue's going to have a nice 40% advantage coming in here. And they are in that pool area. I'm guessing MTS is going to go for an aggressive push here since 404 is so close behind that point that if they play this well, they can actually just chase Harblue down, I'm sorry, 404 down. And here we go with MTS popping out on the point, chasing down the heavy man. Actually, here's Squid on the medic with the Kuma. He's running all the way back. He does get taken out by the pistol. Squid, the heat-seeking medic missile. And Harblu is going to keep that advantage as they are about even in numbers, and they should be able to hold on to the point.
Heat-seeking scout, absolutely correct right there. You're doing a good job taking out 4-4. And now so much right with the MTS's hold right here, less than a minute on the clock. They're not going to take that, are they going to take Pool House back, do you think? It's going to be hard. Look at Satan. Satan is camping Pool House right now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. They kind of did not play. They played more Pool House, I think, in a reaction to how ET was playing. I think right now they're gonna play a little bit more kind of their style of play, which has been more behind the point as ET is starting to get in that Pool House. But that Pool House, I mean, there's a good and downside to it. It gives you a good angle to get onto the point, but it also is this little choke door that you just eat spam whenever you try to get out of it if done well. And just as I say that, here comes the Uber out of MTS chasing it down. What are you seeing, Kip?
Oh no, I see 4-4 getting caught out right behind the divider right there. He goes down. Kill 'em all going down as well. Catsy being able to get in there, get some fire going. Satan, though, has some fire of his own and does take down Harblu, so no med for this MTS team. But really, is there anybody around for ET to get onto the point? And it looks like the battle right now is just over House, and ET's going to lose it and lose this round, so MTS coming back.
Wow,
2-2.
So if MTS wins this round, they win the championship, first ever first place medal in a proper season, grand final, whatever you want to call it. ET wins this round, it sends it to overtime. Viaduct, which a map traditionally MTS struggles on. So let's get some prediction out in that chat there. Are we going to see MTS or ET take it? Call it, chat. I want to see it right now.
This mid-fight will determine a lot of it, so feel free to wait a little bit as we see so far not any big picks going off that we usually see. We did see Killmal being very, very aggressive right there, but he overextends, gets taken out by Alpha, and there's only 4 up right now for ET. And oh, some big plays from Remedy. Will he be able to get 4-4 behind the scenes? But no, some good defense. Maybe Remedy's not done yet.
Are we seeing a collapse out of ET right here? Not a single person died for MTS, and you know, I think the mixture of Akuma getting his backstabs on 404 and Remedy just going constantly annoying, I think just psychologically as a player, like you start getting scared about wherever you do and playing maybe a little bit too passively because you're just always worried about something happening to you. And we do have an Uber ready to go out of both teams, so 404 should be popping first here as they go into pool. Counter pop comes out of MTS as Pyro. Satan gets blasted into the air. He's going to heaven, not hell. And
I was going to make that joke. It's not fair.
Well, sorry. Damn it. Beat you to it, as we should see a repush out of ET here.
Yeah, just trying to force themselves into Pool House and mean that M2 Pyro. ET getting a little bit of time here on the clock, but looks like Skyroll is going to be super aggressive and pop out of House right there and just mow down a ton of people. Meanwhile, Harblu getting a Crusader's crossbow kill on Decimate. Just love to point out those medic kills. That is, medics killing people, because those are always fun.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, just that was a complete wipe. MTS just doing a really good job. They had Squid in the backfield, creating a distraction for the combo of ET. They were focusing, looking behind, which then let them die up front. And actually, that also took it from 404 to have a slight advantage, excuse me, to have about a 20% disadvantage here. Crashing right now, sorry. Okay, I'm good.
Oh, okay. You're good, we're good, we're good.
I'm good.
ET is feeling, well, not good, but okay, as they do have this 100% Uber. They're going to manage to get into the house right now, but red Uber is popped as well, and MTS flashing that all around. So far, not losing anybody from this blue Uber. 4-4 had to back out, but at the meantime, ET is pushing onto this point, so that's the double assault that you were talking about earlier. I don't know, I just saw a candy cane flying through midair. I'm assuming that was a Crusader's crossbow. But ET does manage to get the point and keep 4-4 alive, so that's check and check on there. We'll see if they can take a forward hold position right here, or if they're going to get mowed down by a super aggressive MTS. Filthy Casual, that is Skyroller, goes down to backstab HNG coming out of house to get him right there, so no heavy anymore, hold in house for MTS. We'll see if that's enough for ET to push in there, or are they just going to kind of exist in this other area. They do have to do something soon because only 60 seconds left on the clock for MTS, and remember, MTS wins this, they win it all!
Spy in on the medic. Oh, HNG with the big stab on Harblue. Not paying attention. A lot of numbers down, actually, and they're going to be on that slow respawn wave. But I say that Engineer on the medic. 4-4 being chased down, and he's going to be able to stay alive here, as also looks like a couple other players jumping in, but 4-4 able to keep his Uber not popping, just riding that line, and this is what ET needed. I mean, there's 30 seconds left on the clock. Remedy on the medic! Oh,
4-4 doesn't pop! 4-4 doesn't pop. Remedy goes down. That was Decimate with that mech protection. That is huge right now. ET might, well, they still got a ton of time on the point right here, but keeping that Uber up, keeping 4-4 alive is huge.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that happens out of here is that I'm guessing MTS is going to try to get aggressive off this. You need to kill Harblue. No matter what you do when you pop this Uber, Harblue has to go down. That's like bar none. And here he is, actually, Harblue taken a decent amount of damage, actually not too much, only taking 50 damage, and is going to run away. And what a great kind of force out of MTS, kind of baiting that pop, actually. Harblue down to 50 HP, and he's going to be able to keep alive and keep that big Uber advantage. And again, the respawns are going to come in quickly as they retake this point. Ricky had a chance at Harblue and just was not able to connect, sadly, and this is looking very, very in MTS's favor. If they 30 seconds and they win the game, they win the championship.
MTS feeling the hype right now. They just can't misstep. They can't let it dissolve and wave from their fingers. Right now, I do have Ricky getting in behind the lines. Harblue isn't going to wait for that Soldier Bomb. He's going to go ahead and pop. They're going to push in to ET right now. There's 10 seconds left on the clock, and this may be history for MTS. We still have a lot of ET alive on the point, and they actually are going to be able to recapture it, maybe? Yes, wow. ET will force us into an overtime as only 2 up right here for MTS. So MTS did let it slip through their fingers, but not all is lost. Still 1 minute and 30 left on the clock.
ET has to play an absolute perfect game for the rest of this map. That's all they have left. One single point capture going back in MTS's favor. They win this, and MTS is getting aggressive right away. Yeah,
look at them come out of choke. They're just, it's everybody on the point. We are not going to lose this. We are going to go home with our first ever first place championship. ET is not about to just let that happen easily though, but MTS pulls out the round victory as Akuma coming in getting some big stabs, and Remedy as well. Wow.
GG's are called as MTS hoisting the trophy for the first time in their career. Finally the bride. Maybe a second bride tonight, we'll find out. As MTS, the champions of UGC, North American Highlander Summer Season number 13.
Wow, congratulations, MTS. It's been a long time coming, but for the first time in 8 seasons, they're able to call themselves first place medal-wearing champions, and well deserved. That was a great match. Wow. My heart's beating really fast. That was awesome.
I mean, yeah, I honestly did not think that MTS, after that, the way that ET took those 2 rounds in Lakeside, I was thinking that, no, they're going to absolutely have to force this into the final map. But, you know, MTS just buckled up and they just came together and took 2 rounds straight to put it to 3-2 and take the win. So congratulations to MTS. I'm kind of waiting on a response to see if we had any interviews. What did you think about the games overall? Was this what you were expecting coming into the match?
Absolutely. I expected something heart-racing and fun, and it's absolutely been nothing but that. But before we lose too many viewers, we do have the raffle winners for the Steam games of their choice. So for those of you who are still in chat listening, our winners are, drum roll, we have Sups _ we have Moof TF2, we have DAS44, DAS44, and Ultraz10, Ultra Z10. So if you guys are in chat and hearing this, you can send they can send Mambule a Twitch message with their Steam ID, and Mambule is also in chat right now. Let me get if I can get that clearer, what they need to be doing. But yeah, so that was sups_moof. I know she's in chat, so congrats, Moof. Das44 and Ultraz10.
Congratulations to all of you guys. We'll wait around here for a second as we're getting that stuff given away. Do you know the games that were given out tonight for that?
I think it's just $20 in Steam money or game up to $20 value, so you could heart's content.
That's like crazy value if you just like hold off until like the winter sale or something like that. Just
you can buy a lot of digital stuff with that.
Looks like yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna ask how are we doing on those post game because I definitely want to talk to the champions if we can get them in Mumble.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I probably might. Let me just double check one more time to push it to come right away. But yeah, it's looking like it might not be anybody. No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah, this is Marissa.
Okay.
Hey, congratulations! First ever medal wearing champions of UGC North American Platinum. Oh, she's gone? It wasn't her? Anyway, but still congratulations to MTS.
Alright, I think we'll just wrap it up here.
Alright. But yeah, so congratulations to MTS. Remember, if you are a raffle winner, definitely contact Mambule, who was in chat. Also, you can find him on the UGC Steam group page and message him through that. Also, one last thing. No, sorry, that was about it. Okay, so for this and more VODs. Oh, do we have an interview?
We have people. Marissa was really dumb, and she didn't know what I meant when I said put the info in Mumble. It was obviously.
Yay! Congratulations, guys!
Thank you.
You too.
Looks like we're getting slowly the whole team bleeding in here. How are you guys feeling? Finally, your first win.
Don't let Remedy interview. Someone mute Remedy. Don't let him in on this.
Sigafoo likes me too much. He won't do that.
World suck. We feel good that we can finally go out on top. We've been wanting to quit Highlander for the longest time, and now we're finally able to do it.
We finally decided to be not the bottom.
So this is it. This is the farewell season and going out on top for MTS.
It is. I think any of the previous seasons, if we would have won, we would have called it quits. But the fact that we constantly came in second place has just made it so all right, gotta play another one until we win. And as long as there's medals for this season, we're all happy.
So is that what was going through your head with that last push? After the respawn waves came in, ET had the point, and just it looked like everybody from your team was just on the point, and you're just saying, no, we're doing this right now, and we're doing this, and it's going to be done.
We just didn't want to have to play Viaduct. We knew that we knew that we were going to win Viaduct, but all of us were kind of tired, and our Mumble atmosphere wasn't the greatest, actually. Like, we were pretty... I mean, it's the finals, so we're a little hype. Also, Squid saying move him in the channel also. He wants to be interviewed too, I guess. The whole team.
Catsy and Squid are both, yeah.
Hi.
Hello?
Hello?
So we have Catsy Fire and Squid Scout in here. Guys, congratulations. Any thoughts? What's going on through your minds?
Pretty happy to never have to play Highlander again. Also, shout out to Sky, and tonight was good.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
The world is good.
Talk us through Gullywash. It ended 4-0. The stream wasn't able to see the last bit of that. But
sorry.
Were you guys? It's alright. It was a little foregone conclusion. But were you guys biding time there on your last push onto
Hardblue actually
last?
yelled at our team when we asked him to go push last.
Yeah,
I think
Akuma was like spy capping or something.
Akuma was on last when there was 3 minutes left, and I yelled at him, he better not cap that, because there was no point pushing. So yeah, I think there were 8 minutes left when we were up 3-0, and we were on our last, and it's alright, let's just let the time run down, because it's Gullywash, map's already slow as hell, and the fact that we were up 3-0, we had no intentions of pushing, and then they eventually fail pushed, which you guys missed. They tried to push out, and we capped last. But yeah, we just kind of parked the bus there.
So is that a new strategy from MTS? It doesn't seem like the go guns ablazing MTS that we've seen in the past. Was there any...
We do that in most other situations, on mid-fights, on second, we'll go all in, just fully commit. But, I mean, we've always had tactics like that. We just normally don't get into situations where we can use them. And normally our Mumble atmosphere is really cluttered, and it's hard for me to call what I want from the team. But we were able to finally get set up in a position that we wanted, and it worked out really easily for us.
Remedy, yourself, you had a... I love you, man. You had a pretty great game. I want to get you talking. And so talk to me about how many med picks you got, and why did you feel like you were like so effective today against ET and being able to pick 404?
I focused pretty hard on when to jump. I just waited for what's-his-face to get distracted because he's the only one that really gives me trouble on that team. Satan.
Pyro.
And yeah, he was getting distracted a lot this game. He wasn't quite playing as hot as he usually does.
Oh my god.
That was good. I liked it.
And one time, Chimpfeed had a dream that Muffin's dad died, and that we all just kept screaming after he told us. Go on.
There you go.
Thank you, Remedy.
We do want to welcome Alpha into the chat. I think we have everybody in here now. Welcome.
Sky didn't want to come. Sky's a grump.
Well, that's fine. Still, congratulations again to everybody. Chat, if you have any questions you want to ask your Season 13 champions, Menace to Society, please put them in chat and we'll definitely ask them. Is there anything
I see a good question. Somebody says, Squid, how did you do so much damage without using that stupid pistol that gives you extra health? Now that's a really good question, viewer. It took a lot of practice, but I think I'm just at a point where I can just dominate that hard just whenever I want.
God damn it,
Squid, I'm pretty sure you were using the pocket pistol, weren't you, in the Lakeside game?
I used it for one round.
And I think you got a med pick with that.
Yeah, you got a med pick with it.
No, I used it in the 2-2 round just because I wanted to win, and I didn't want to have to carry my team that hard.
Let's talk about the Scout matchup. How was it going against Decimate?
It was good. I don't have too much trouble in Highlander with other scouts.
so modest, Squid. Way to go.
Well, Cassie, how do you feel the game went for you today as the pyro and air blasting? Did you feel like you were able to I saw you sometimes stuffing Ubers completely as they're coming through?
Gullywash was really much better than Lakeside. Lakeside, I felt like I was really disconnected from my combo, but I'd forfeit my life so they could get out, which they did all the time. So at least I was doing my job instead of just dying randomly.
And Marissa, I know that at the start of the Lakeside, Gullywash, you did absolutely wonderfully, and then Lakeside, you kind of struggled in the first round, but then kind of picked it up as it went on. What do you think was the difference as the game kind of went on for you to kind of keep toe-to-toe with FaZe, or kind of even surpass him at moments when it came to Lakeside?
I wasn't here for scrims yesterday.
She had no idea how to play Lakeside. She was saying the first round she had 4 points, and she's like, I don't know how to play this map.
Someone texted you, Harp.
Yeah,
champion.
Alright, and I would like to make a special announcement here. Marissa, will you marry me? Just kidding, fucking.
Wow!
Everybody does.
Wow!
We can't even get married in our state, we're gay, but, YOLO.
Oh
Well, did you bring a
God.
bucket of chicken, or...?
No, but we're gonna get food and then get wasted. That sounds like a good way to spend the night.
Yeah, that's, Squid, we could, So, I guess we're coming to an end right there. I'm gonna say, a little disappointed. That was a joke. But, how are you guys gonna celebrate, other than quitting Highlander forever? Are any of you going to continue on in Highlander?
I think quitting Highlander is its own reward.
Keep playing.
I think some of our off-classers might still play, like Catsy and Spamfest and stuff, but
I'll probably look for a team.
I think any of our Sixes players or people who just hate TF2 in general, we're all done. And I think we're going to celebrate by uninstalling the game. Oh wait, I still have Sixes, never mind.
Nope.
Alright, well, Sigafoo, do you have any more questions?
I have nothing. This has been a miraculous interview.
Well,
Special shout out to
Or
my
the
silver
Kratos.
friends. You know who you are. I love you all.
Was this your final cast, Kip?
This is my final cast for eXtv, so yeah, I'm peacing out like some of you guys.
Thank you then for casting our game. Hope it was entertaining.
Absolutely, thank you for continuing to be a UGC Highlander presence for the last 8 seasons, and definitely community's gonna miss you. Definitely missing a legend here in these next seasons. But again, congratulations. Thank you so much for coming in, talking with us, and pulling our chains a little bit. But I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for eXtv tonight. Again, congratulations to Menace to Society. ET,
Thank
though,
you.
performed very, very nicely. And again, on a personal note,
Not
this is
as
my
nice.
last...
I'm gonna miss these guys.
Yeah, you guys seem fun. So
That's an
we
understatement.
are going to close this off right now. Thank you everyone who watched. We had over 1,000 viewers, which is amazing. So just a great night for TF2 Highlander in general. So thank you guys for playing, for watching, and for continuing to be a part of this presence. Sigafoo, anything else?
Nothing. Great game, guys, and it's been like Kip. Just to say, is like I've casted with you not too many times. I should have cast a lot more, but I really want to appreciate you for what you've done for the community and like all of the matches you casted, and especially giving time for those who would not have gotten their match cast because they're not completely high level play. And I think that's been just absolutely wonderful for you to give that to the community. And the Kip love is going on very hard right now in chat, and as it should. And so thank you so much, and I'm so happy to be a part of your last eXtv cast.
Oh, well, thank you, Sigafoo. That means a lot. But of course, none of this would be possible without the
Man on cam.
Man on the cam, eXtine, the man, the TF2 competitive man. So again, thank you so much to eXtine and all of eXtv for keeping the coverage of UGC and Highlander and other sixes alive throughout these seasons. So again, it's been my pleasure, and there's way too many hearts going on in chat, so we're gonna end this. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Kip here with Sigafoo. Congrats to MTS, and thank you so much to eXtine on camera and production and for everything. So thanks, guys, and have a good night.